Bienvenido a Desde Cero. Welcome to Right from the Start. I am your host, Manuel Longoria. And on today's podcast, we have a good friend desde el RGV, Rio Grande Valley, Mr. Mendoza, Noe Mendoza, and we have Joshua Mendoza. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us, Coach. Appreciate that.
So, man, I've been trying to get you here for the longest, okay, because you're a boxing coach, a gym owner, and a boxing official también, ¿verdad?
That is correct.
So, and we're probably going to be doing this in Spanglish.
Vamos a recio. Para eso estamos.
But let's get to know you a little bit. ¿De dónde eres, Mr. Mendoza?
I'm originally from Far, Texas. Born and raised in Far. PSJA, class of 88. And currently live in Westlaco. Decided to take my family out there, man. Get away from the PSJ district. Love my place. Parents live there, but I needed a new start. So Westlaco was the place.
Right. And Josh is your son.
That is correct.
Josh, where are you from, Josh? ¿Dónde naciste?
All my life, Westlaco.
Westlaco, Texas. Westlaco, RGV.
956. Puro 956. That's correct.
Right. Well, the way you and I met was through your son, Noe Mendoza Jr., that I've had here on my podcast like twice.
Oh.
And it's probably going to be the third time today because he's over there as a guest today.
All
He
right.
siempre trae guests con él, but this time he's the guest.
Yeah, he's behind the scenes.
So he's behind the scenes right now, so we'll probably get him in here in a minute. Pero, I'm glad you're here because there's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. ¿Verdad? We got to talk about what's going on in boxing, in the amateur level, ¿verdad? As a gym owner, official, as far as tournaments and what you got going on, especially here in Texas A&M, because there's some things that are going to be going on as well, right?
What I've got understood today, speaking to a gentleman from the Corporal Cadets, they're having a farmers fight night at the Reed Arena. So I just got a little whimp of it today. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we can nurture a relationship with this new boxing advisor for A&M, and we're here to help. Whatever A&M needs, we bleed maroon with you all. So, yeah.
And even more because now your son Josh was accepted to Texas A&M, right?
That is correct. He'll be starting his first year, God willing, at the McAllen campus, and then he will be attending for the next fall. He'll be coming here directly to College Station.
Well, Josh, how you feel about that? Are you excited about being an Aggie? Okay.
Yes, sir. Been Aggie all my life.
What do you plan on majoring in?
I plan to major in economics.
Economics? Okay. That's good.
After that, I plan to follow a lottery plan, just like my brother.
Okay. Well, Mr. Mendoza, like I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, you've been a gym owner for how long?
Let me backtrack a little bit on that answer. We're still up in grabs to join the Corps of Cadets.
Okay.
So he's going to come back. We're going to come back to do a spend the night with the cadets. Well, he is. And kind of get a feel of what he's getting himself into. And if they believe that he's a prime candidate for the Corps, then he'll start coming here this fall versus next fall.
Okay. And what do you think about the Corps Cadets? What did you like about them, or what do you know about them?
Today's like most of what I've learned about them. They seem very interesting, and it could be something that I look into more, and that's why I plan to spend the night with them.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that the Corps Cadet, it's a tight community. It's a tight network, and they offer scholarships, and they offer a lot for Aggie students. So good luck with that, man, and I hope you get to stay there and enjoy it.
Appreciate that.
I had quite a few boxers come through that were cadets, and they've since graduated, and they have great careers.
That's what we're planning for. He was to join the JAG department, which would be the main attorney in the military. So yeah, those are his plans.
Okay. Well, man, Josh, good luck with that. And we're here. This is our town, and whatever you need, tú sabes, Mr. Mendoza, que estamos aquí, ¿verdad?
Estoy bien agradecido for everything you did for my son, man. You planted good seeds along the way in his life. Thank you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Those seeds have now produced fruit, and as you know, he's currently in law school and the newly elected secretary for the Hispanic bar for the UNT.
Okay, he has a new uncle too.
Oh,
right? Randy Velarde from the Texans right now.
Ah, see, yeah, the triple play guy, man. Yeah, that's right. Hi, Kennedy.
So let's talk about the boxing world a little bit.
Sure.
And then we'll get back to we're going to ask Josh a bunch of questions too. So get ready.
Yes, sir.
You excited?
Yes, sir.
So how long? You're the owner of Las Brisas Boxing Club in West Laco.
That is correct, Coach.
Okay, when did you start Las Brisas?
Well, I'd say about maybe 16, 18 years ago when Noe down there was maybe about 12 years old, getting in trouble in school, being called by counselors that he's being a little semi-aggressive and just little, middle school issues that, just about everybody goes through, these troubled pains and growing pains and what have you. So I decided to open up, since I boxed since I was younger, I decided, well, you know what, I'm going to open up a boxing gym. And he was my first student. And our boxing gym, believe it or not, I had these, when I first started, there was these 3 kids that came to my gym. Mom couldn't afford $1 a day that I used to charge for kids that wanted to attend. It's like $1 a day, things are pretty reasonable. $1 a day won't break the bank. But as I came to find out that $1 a day means a lot to some folks. And that brought me back down to earth. They brought me a sandwich, a soda pop, in lieu of the dollar. That broke my heart. So after that happened, I saw that the kid had a report card in his hand. So I told him, let me see your report card. And he had all A's. Despite all these issues they were having at home, he still had all A's. So that's where the idea was born for Las Brisas Boxing Club to start charging passing grades and report cards versus monetary value. So Noe was our first candidate, and the program works up to now. I'd say a good 80% of all the kids that come through us have either a vocational trade school certificate, and some go on to go to universities and colleges across the country.
Right.
And in particular, Noe is the first candidate. As you guys know, he's in law school right now. Hopefully he'll be an attorney in this coming year that's coming.
And going for his 3rd national title as a college student, right?
That's right. Fighting for the University of North Texas
In
College of
March.
Law in March in Houston. That's correct.
We hope to be there too. So,
Well, that will be history in its own because there has never been a law student ever. So that goes towards what his punchline is going to be. Funny I say punchline, but that's his punchline where he will take his fight not only to the ring but to the courthouse.
right. Why is it important for you to help these kids get to that next level in life? Because as boxing coaches, we can train them and we can get them to win championships and belts and all these trophies. But if we don't prepare them for the next level in life, then I feel that like we failed.
That is absolutely
Right.
correct. We have the same passion, coach, and that's why we get along quite well. I've had kids. There'll be times when I want to just shut down. We feel burned out.
Right.
Been doing it too long. One, when my son graduated, left, I was at a crossroads, but there's always something or somebody always lighting that spirit back up.
Right.
Lately, I was going to close as well, but I had this young man, real good kid, man, come up and tell me, Coach, when I came here, Coach, I felt like a nobody. But now I feel like I'm somebody.
Right.
Man, that just re-energized me. I ain't closing anytime soon after that. It just kind of refueled me. Just fuel for the soul. It just felt so good that just one of those things that pega en el cora. And you got to do it, man. Just got to do it. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, I retired from boxing, but it took a while for me to convince myself that it was time. There was a lot of issues with what's going on with amateur boxing, and it just didn't feel right. And I decided to shut it down, maybe for a little while. Maybe I'll come back. But what do you think are some issues that need to be fixed in amateur boxing?
I think we need to leave politics out, focus more on the kids.
Right.
It comes down to that. Tristemente, I don't want to talk bad about USA Boxing. I love what it does for our kids.
Yes,
But
it does a lot. It does a lot, but there's a lot of people, a lot of things that are in between.
Yeah.
That kind of slow things down.
messes with the mission. That's right. That's
Exactly.
People looking after themselves, power hungry. It's normal in any type of atmosphere, but you can't bring it to USA Boxing when you deal with the children, man, with the kids. You just got to leave that at home. There's no, just leave greediness, power struggles out of the way, and focus on the kids. And I think we'd be a better organization if we were able to do a little bit more of that.
Right. Josh, do you train with Las Brisas
Not as much as I used to. I focus more on swimming.
on swimming?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what you do in high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I recently qualified for the regionals. Slipped in the aquatic center, bumped his head a little bit, so that prevented him from moving forward from there. He had to go through some protocol to get him injured.
Was there water around the pool?
Yeah. Well, he's
Apparently.
always people have always told us, you know what, boxing is dangerous. Boxing is this. Boxing is a barbaric sport. And I tell this guy, I said, look, have you seen the movie Jaws? Swimming is dangerous. Okay. And then I said, now he bumped his head, went to the hospital. I said, you see, swimming is dangerous.
Right.
I've seen baseball hit 100-mile-per-hour baseball hit kids in the face, causing all sorts of orbital fractures. I've seen pitchers with rotator cuff tears, not to mention football. A lot of TBI cases, traumatic brain injury cases. So when they start telling me that boxing is barbaric, it just goes one out to the other.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think boxing is one of the safest sports
Absolutely.
to participate in.
And it's good for discipline. It's good for self-defense techniques. It's good for a lot of things, man. It's boxing changed my world.
Right.
And now I'm giving back to my community back home in the Rio Grande Valley to start changing lives, moving them in the right direction, get them educated, especially. Ya fue tiempo de que la raza sobreviva y que salga más por delante.
Yeah. And we need to stick together and help each other out.
And education is the key.
Instead of trying to put everybody down or each other down, it's like, hey, you need something, para eso estamos, right?
Exactamente.
Right?
We gotta get out of the mentality del cucaracho que no sale la jarra. Uno siempre los tira para abajo.
How was gym ownership? What have been probably your most difficult thing as a gym owner, or what were your struggles?
Parent involvement.
Parent involvement.
I have parents that we deal with a lot of aggressive kids.
Yes.
We dealt with some of the local police departments that would bring some of their kids. They refer them to us so we can work with them. And we found the secret on how to channel aggression in a positive way.
Right.
We're not going to play doctor. We're not going to play psychologist, but we do know what we're doing. And learning how to channel somebody's aggression in a positive way is easy. Ponle los guantes. Eso se compone bien pronto.
Yeah. We get that a lot, right? Where a parent would come in and, hey, mi hijo se está peleando en la escuela. Oh, really?
I just had, not too long ago, I humbled somebody. It was this kid. He came in a little poquito por decir recio, and he would beat up everybody in school. Everybody knew him in the restroom as he beat up everybody in the restrooms between classes. He would fight 2-3 times a day. And well, he came to my gym and with his parents and said, I got in trouble with this kid. So I said, oh, don't worry about it. I've got that 14-year-old kid over there. He can box him. So the kid tells me, this is just one of the examples of some of the things that I must do to bring to the attention of the word humbleness to somebody in a good way, positive way. So the first thing the kid says, oh, I already beat up his older brother. I said, no, don't worry about his older brother. You're not going to fight in a restroom. You're going to box in this ring with this 14-year-old, his little brother. He didn't know that the little brother had like 20 fights already. So he humbled him pretty quick in the first round. Yeah, brought him back to earth and said, hey, it's not that mentality about you being a good street fighter. It's about being disciplined. You did this, and I started, kind of, once he was humbled and brought down back to earth a little bit, I could see eye to eye with him, because there was no way I could see eye to eye with him. I need to bring him back to earth a little bit.
Yeah, that's what boxing does.
People question my technique, but my technique works. And I'm sure Coach, sometimes we got to do what we got to do with tough love.
Yes.
And it works. It's just one of those things.
Right, because I don't think a lot of people know what we deal with in the boxing environment. These are kids that are aggressive, troubled, maybe they don't have a good home or parents or whatnot. And we got to figure that out. We got to figure that out maybe 30 times because each kid is different, right?
Yeah.
But if we put in that work and we work with them and know what they need, they'll become good people and good citizens.
Absolutely.
You know, we're gonna lose a few, right?
Somos humanos.
We're,
Claro que
we're
sí.
gonna lose a few, and I know I've lost a few, and those hurt. But the ones we worked with and we saved and we moved them to that next level of life, you know, they're doing great and it feels good, right?
It feels great. What we've been taking the liberty to do this couple of years was every single kid that goes through our gym or has been through our gym, we go to their graduations,
Right.
take our big boxing gloves, our red ones, and our black title boxing gloves, and me and my wife take each kid that graduates $100 to push them into life. We're like, we sometimes we look at each other and say, "Are we sure we're doing the right thing?" We're doing the right thing. Let's just give them the first push in life. They've got their high school diploma, fresh out of high school. Give them a fresh pair of boxing gloves and $100 to go, and sail off. And you know, that's as far as we can do. I mean, we can't parent them all the way through their life. Some of these journeys they need to kind of live and learn. But we sell them in the right direction. Hopefully, con el favor de Dios, los cuiden and guide them through their life, whatever.
And when I say boxers, I mean boys and girls, male and female,
Yes,
the
sir.
same way,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, we've been lucky to have some of the young ladies turn to, believe it or not, go to. I had one go be a welder, and a young lady go be a beautician. He opened up her beauty parlor, and this is a little personal for me. I have 5 sisters, and I have 5 daughters. So that's why we created a team called Team Girl Power that empowers them to make the decision. Plus, in the days of bullying and with today's world of how's happening, it's the most important of a young lady to know how to defend herself.
Right. So, aside from you being a coach, what do you do?
Well, I've been a
Well,
paralegal.
I know what you do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I want the people to know it.
Absolutely, Coach. As you know, on a personal level, without breaching no attorney-client privilege.
I think that case is closed.
That case is closed already. I investigate car accidents, fatality accidents across the country for plaintiffs' firms.
Right.
God has blessed me with being a paralegal for 34 years. I've been in litigation with a whole bunch of attorneys throughout the state of Texas. And I'm the legal assistant per se, but
Right,
the chief
right.
paralegal now.
Yeah, but because when I had a car accident, they T-boned me a few years ago, you know, and probably my favorite truck that I've ever owned in my life, and they T-boned me, and that truck was, you know, it was no good anymore. It was total,
Yeah.
right? And first thing I did was I called Mr. Mendoza here and I said, hey, you know, me chocaron, mato, you know, and you were like, I got you. You know, and what you did is you kind of got me the legal advice that I needed and everything that I needed to do the process of the insurance and all that stuff, right? So what exactly do you do for if somebody calls you? What do you do?
Well, there's a multi-step, you know,
Right.
and just in every type of accident, there's some steps, many steps, different departments, what have you. Everybody has a role to play. I've kind of played all the roles already since I've kind of been doing it for 30 plus years. First and foremost, you know, me personally, what I do now, because there's in-house paralegals and then there's investigators outside the firm because accidents ain't happening inside the office. They're happening out of the real world. So somebody's got to be out there. So what I do, I usually canvass the area, talk to witnesses, look for cameras, measure all marks, skid marks, just kind of do a general investigation of what happened. And sometimes I get lucky and I find video. Video don't lie. People lie. But I've come to find out that nowadays everybody has video of something somewhere in their business, in their home, Ring cameras, everything. So that has been very helpful. Technology has been helping us a lot in modern day today.
And I guess you're lucky enough to see all that real accident stuff.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, it's having to live off the misery of others, Coach.
But these people need
They need help.
they need protection and help, right?
The insurance company's number one job is to make their shareholders money. It's not to pay your claim. You need to be real clear on that. Okay, we have names like the snake farm for State Farm, you know. All snakes for all state, you know. It's well, they're in the business of saving their company money. They're not in the business of giving it to the injured party.
No, he's laughing right now, pretty loud. Snake farm.
No, he's already putting it into his sponge, saying that's a good one when I'm in court, huh?
That's a good one. When I'm in court, that's not State Farm, that's Snake Farm.
There you go. I can just hear it right.
So, you have a business, right? What's your business called?
Believe it or not, it's called Meeting by Accident.
By accident.
Met by accident.
Yeah. Shoot that phone number out there right quick.
It's 956-802-3319. Here you go again. 956-802-3319. And my webpage is meetingbyaccident.net.
.net. And I think Alan will put it right there on the right, Alan. You gonna put it right there with the little bouncy ball.
How about the car crashing the other car? Yeah, he'll do some animation there. That'd be nice.
Josh, so why did you decide to go into the career that you just mentioned earlier?
A lot of my decisions have been based off of like what I grew up around and watching my brother grow up and go through the same career path.
Okay.
Watching him go to A&M made me want to go to A&M.
So your big brother inspired you to continue your career?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about him that inspired you?
Just watching his.
Was it the nonstop go and
Yes,
never
sir.
quit? You know, maybe have some breaks in between. And this is what I tell my kids. I said, maybe one semester you're not going to feel it, but just don't quit.
Well,
Just don't quit, and you're going to get there, right?
that's it. That's how it works. Sometimes you kind of feel burned out or just don't feel that you're up through it. But that's exactly right. Not giving up.
It's the same in boxing. Sometimes you don't feel like training, but you still got to go. And hey, if you don't feel like training, just go jump rope.
Do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't quit.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
So back in the day, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, we started this boxing camp, right? Do you plan on continuing that boxing camp now that Josh is going to be an Aggie?
Absolutely. We had a lot of success, Coach, as you remember.
Right.
We used to bring maybe
And-
30, 40 kids
Right.
down here every summer.
And let's explain what that is. Boxing camp was we would invite boxers from all over Texas to come here to Bryan College Station and have a college day, where at the time Professor Scamilla would take them to the construction science building, and they would have speakers and let them know what it took to go to Texas A&M and how to maybe apply or get help to come into that program. And not only construction science, but all Texas A&M, right?
Loved it.
And we did that a few times, and I think every time was a success.
Absolutely.
Right.
Kids are being exposed to universities and college worlds outside the valley, outside from their zone.
Right.
Absolutely. It was beautiful just seeing their eyes, kind of like lift with spirit and what have you, when they would see Aggie Land. I tell everybody that God created Aggie Land with the tip of his finger. It's a beautiful place to be.
And we've had kids that came into that program already graduate from Texas A&M. And I think the first one was Bam Rodriguez, right, from Fort Worth. He was the first one to graduate from that program that we started. He got involved.
Had the pleasure of meeting that young man. Good kid, man. I haven't seen him since, but I wish him well, him and his dad. They're great guys.
Great people. Un
yeah.
saludo para ellos.
Claro que
Para la
sí.
familia Rodriguez allá in Fort Worth.
De Foritos.
Right. I think the gym's called Jabs. Jab, right? So un saludo para ellos.
Claro que sí. Loved it. I love that Aggie boxing camp. I talked to the gentleman from the new college advisor. I believe his name was Gunnery Sergeant Cheatham.
Yeah, that was his last name.
Yeah, guy out of Arkansas.
Okay.
A real nice gentleman. We explained to him a little bit, showed him some photos where we would invite his corps of cadets to come in and talk to us as well. And since he was a recruiter, he talked to us a little bit about how great of an organization we're doing for the kids, and just kind of touch base with him. Hopefully we get to meet him a little bit further down the line and nourish our relationship a little bit more.
Right. So on top of you being a gym owner and going to car accidents and Aggie dads, Vinci Flowers, Aggie dad, you decided to become a USA Boxing official. Why did you add that to your to your itinerary?
We need decision makers a little bit. I want to say at the top, not that I think that I am any better than anybody, but as I came to find out that decisions are made at the top, and the only way to be able to make change, which we originally did through being a member of the board of governors from First Taba, our local LBC, we got together and we made some solid decisions and we made change. I'm very happy that the outcome that we worked for came to fruition. And we have a new board now that has our vision. People that support the college program, the UCIBA program, the NCBA program, the scholarship programs, that they understand the importance of what happens when somebody gets hurt. They have nothing to fall back on. But if they have a good education, you worry less now versus you have nothing. Right. It hurts me to see kids, man, get hurt and their boxing career ends and they have nothing to fall back on. So this new board understands that, and I'm real happy that they're on board.
Right. And when I say official, you're a judge?
I'm a judge, referee.
Timekeeper. And all that.
Gloving department, it don't matter. Right. They're all important jobs.
There's multiple things in being an official, right? It's just not being a referee.
No. We took it to the next level. Me and my son took the official in charge seminar. Okay. So now we're both OICs, official in charge. I'm a level 2 referee official. And,
which that's a new thing.
Yes, right? That's a new thing.
Official in charge is a new thing. Now you can't have a boxing tournament without an official in charge.
That is correct.
Right.
I believe
and that's a very important part of being an official.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that we were just 2 back then in the Rio Grande Valley, and one of our, may he rest in peace, my good friend Mr. Stanley Carr passed away about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I read about that. Our condolences to the family.
Condolences para la familia Carr. They instilled good values in my son as well, growing up in the amateurs. Right. Good people, Mr. Carr.
Right.
And but we've been lucky. We just had an officials clinic that we produced maybe about 20 new officials down there. So our board's moving in the right direction, and I'm real happy that I'm part of their team as well.
Tell me what is the process of becoming an official?
Well, you got to know what you're doing, as you and I know. Right. You got to know that rule book pretty good because, that everybody's expecting you to be the expert up there. Right. You get the different scenarios from, give you a quick example. Somebody gets punched out of the ring. How many seconds does he have to get back in the ring? So versus somebody was intentional.
Is that a question?
It's a question. Oh. Well, it's a question versus you were pushed out of the ring. Okay, so you just gotta be. You have got to be quick on the draw. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta put somebody in the neutral corner. You gotta start the count. You gotta make sure what number the count is, and you gotta look at the timekeeper as well as to where his count is while you're getting somebody in the neutral corner. Everything is in a split second. Right. Recently, I just had. Injuries happen.
Wait, I think people want to know the answer to that question.
Well, that was a question to you, Coach. I was trying to see where you're...
Man, I'm going to say 20 seconds.
Oh, man.
30 seconds? I thought it was 20 seconds.
38.
38 seconds?
You got to get an 8 count first.
Really?
And then 30 seconds to get back.
You got an 8 count and then 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 20 seconds the whole time.
Well, the beautiful thing about being an OIC now, it brings to light that next level of rules, okay? So it's we take my position seriously because it is a serious matter. These kids practice year after year after year, and we're up there in the ring making decisions in a split second that will affect the rest of their lives. Right. We got to make sure we get it right.
Yeah, I mean, as coaches, we may be like, well, if you win or lose, it's okay, but these kids train hard,
really hard.
They want to win,
right?
And to me, it's you don't have to win, but it's like you don't have to win, but it feels good to win sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, what we don't want happening is we don't want the opposing boxer to be fighting the referee and his opponent, and that's basically what it comes down to. You got to know the rules. You got to be an expert in the rules. So. Yeah, if anything that has taught me is to just be a little be more inclusive about knowing what I'm doing. If I'm going to step up on that mat and be the referee, I feel confident that I know that I know what I'm going to do.
So you had to take there's clinicals that you have to go to, clinics I guess they call them, to be an official, right?
Correct.
And how many clinics do you have to take? Is it just one? But then you have to take an exam, también, or no?
That is correct. You go through the clinic and then they upload your test through USA Boxing, WebPoint USA Boxing, and you got to pass that test.
All right. And
by the way, I scored a 100 on my official in charge. So
what did Noe score?
He scored also a 100.
Hijo eso.
Como papá y hijo.
Man, I think something's going on there.
Lo estamos pasando los antes para acá.
How many seconds? It's 20. No, it's 30. Oh, 38.
Well, no, actually, USA Boxing was kind enough to let us know their little secrets, some control alt command finger that
No, he's like, no.
yeah. Well, they know about it. It's kind of like a find little maneuvering deal that you do, and or you can go manually. You can go manually. It'll tell you the page number where the answer is. So that way, it kind of guides you. But it doesn't give you the answer, but it'll point you in the direction where it's at, so you know where to go find it. So, but still, they get as meticulous and sometimes confusing because they play with the words left and right, and they leave little details out. So it's not as easy as I'm trying to explain. But because as you know, we're a little more seasoned than the average person, we're able to kind of figure that out.
Right. How long do you think that you're going to be doing the boxing life?
After this new
boxing life, because that's what it is, boxing life.
I don't think I'll ever close down again. This new fresh breath of life given to me by this young man a couple of weeks ago just really lifted up my spirits, man. From somebody to tell you what I just told you earlier, from when I came here, I felt like a nobody versus, plus I've heard numerous stories like that.
Yeah.
We had a young man, his name is Jose, came in weighing maybe I'd say about 230, 240, maybe I think, around 200 pounds. Let me just on the safe side. And I've been monitoring him with filming him do the speed bag and what have you. And believe it or not, I'm guilty of this. I said, this kid no va a durar un día. No va a durar. He's just big, thick glass kid, just kind of chubby kid. Yelling from his sofa, Ma, me traes una sopa. Ma, me traes un lemonade. Ma, So it was hard for me to try to understand that he wanted to box, but... He proved me wrong. He weighs now 140 pounds. He's fixing to be a firefighter. He's currently in South Texas College, and hopefully he will be representing South Texas College in the Nationals this March.
Yeah.
But kid now that lost almost 100 pounds. Yeah. And my son Noe was fortunate enough to go to his high school graduation and do the same thing for him. Give him his $100 and boxing gloves and send him on to his journey. But I spoke to him not too long ago, and he's headed to be a firefighter. Wow. What an honorable job.
Yeah.
Risking his life for others. Beautiful. I love to hear that kind of stories.
How many boxing clubs are in the Rio Grande Valley? Do you have an idea?
I'd say registered gyms, I would say. I mean, I'm just a click away from giving you an exact number, but I'd have to just kind of maybe say 50. 50. Maybe 50 on the low ball end.
Right.
50 to 100.
That's a lot of boxing clubs, and I can tell you that each and every one, helps a lot of kids. And these boxing programs, like you said, they may look at them as barbaric, but they're life-saving.
Absolutely.
Right? And, I encourage anybody who wants to check it out, go check out your local boxing club. We have two good boxing clubs here. Go check them out. And I don't think this podcast was a good idea because now I want to come back to boxing.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to bring you Josh here pretty soon. So, he's all yours.
Yeah.
Y este se porta poquito mejor que el otro.
Entonces, ¿para qué lo quieres?
Yeah, terrible, man.
No, we'll take care of him here, man.
I have no doubt. You've taken care of my son. You've welcomed him into your home. when you even hosted the party for my son to have his ring dunk party here.
Oh man, you remember that party?
Oh, I remember only half of it.
Yeah, you remember half. Of it.
After that, maybe a couple of those. Drinks.
So what we were talking about is when the Aggies get their ring, right? They have a party and it's called a ring dunk.
Tradition.
Right, Noe?
Yeah.
It's a tradition, and what they do is they put the ring in a big pitcher of beer, and they have to drink it all in un chingazo.
Yeah. Nunes was a lemonade. No, I'm just.
No, it was beer.
Yeah, it was a lot of beer. Yeah.
Beer. So Noe had his ring dunk here in my house.
Oh.
And by the time we knew it, my whole house was packed with, with students. There was Aggie football players in my yard and eating tacos. We had teníamos taquero and my wife's cousin kind of decorated. When we got back, there was balloons all over the place.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah,
it's a memorable night. It's a memorable, man.
Kids in my room, they were all asleep, and we had but it was a great night, and it's a good tradition, but it's fun, and you got to keep it fun for these guys because they work hard, and it's not easy going through
being
4, 5, 6 years of college.
And being away from home.
And
it was particularly hard for Noe to get adjusted at first, but le pido gracias a Dios that he met the Longoria family who embraced him and nurtured him while he was here. Man, I really do appreciate that.
Until today, with he still comes down and he takes my kids out.
Oh, que padre.
Right, so
To a football game.
to a football game and then to out to lunch or dinner somewhere nice quiet dinner.
Como si son hermanitos.
Gives them advice. I appreciate that about Noe también. So
good.
So let's talk about something different. I see you. What's that, Noe?
About to take on Josh.
Yeah. We're gonna. Josh is gonna get to know the town a little bit. The good side.
Man, you guys have a dictionary of all these inside jokes, man. I can only half imagine what you guys were up to here, man.
Well, we're gonna edit that out. Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about this because I see you that and I've gotten a few T-shirts from you. The peleas, the boxing matches.
Yeah.
How many live boxing matches have you been to?
Oh man, I've lost count already, Coach.
Right.
I was just recently at the Teofimo Lopez fight in the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, last week we had a guest. His name was Gabe Gonzalez, and he was there at that fight, and he's been there in Vegas for he said like 13 Canelo fights already. So he's a big fan as well. So how many or what has been your favorite live boxing event that you've been to?
Mayweather Maidana won.
Oh, you were at that fight.
I was there for both fights.
For both fights.
For both fights, yeah. I truly believe that Maidana won the first fight, and I would have to be honestly, I would have, in all honesty, Mayweather took the second fight. I'm as honest as they come.
I think he did. I mean, the first one. So some of these fights, when they say robbery, these fights are close fights. And the guy who didn't win was your guy.
Well, yeah, it happens. In this particular one, somebody's tooth flew out of the ring.
Yeah, I saw.
His actual tooth.
Was that the second fight?
That was the first fight.
The first fight.
Yeah.
The first fight was a close fight.
Yeah.
De La Hoya Mayweather was a close fight.
Right.
Mayweather Canelo was not a close fight.
Right.
Okay. The Triple G Canelo, the first fight was a close fight. Those are close fights. So I don't consider those robberies. Right? The only robbery that ever exists was Chavez Whitaker.
Yeah.
In my book.
Well, I was confusing that one with the Mildred Taylor fight.
No,
you're right.
no.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, on this particular, there was also a big ruckus over, somebody running versus somebody boxing. It's you and I know it's the boxing is won by hit and don't get hit.
Right.
But to some degree, because being an official, looking at the official side, you gotta engage.
Right.
At one point. So it was just, I believe that it was a close fight. It was depending what kind of style of fighter you are, or what kind of spectator you are. So if you like the hit and run guys like Floyd Mayweather and what have you, then you would say that the Ortiz won the fight. But if you're one of those guys that says, stand your ground and fight.
Maidana, right?
No, this last fight with Teofimo.
Oh, Teofimo. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I got to see it because I heard it was a snoozer.
Yeah.
A snoozer.
A lot of running.
Right.
A lot of running. Well, you could others say he wasn't running. He was just hitting and not getting hit. He'd be being too evasive. Well, for the paying spectator, as I was that day, we want to see him engage a little bit more.
We want to see action. We want to see when you go to a baseball game, you want to see home runs.
Absolutely.
When you go
Grand
to a football
slams.
game, you want to see touchdowns.
Yeah.
You don't want to see field goals all day, right?
Right.
When you go to a boxing match, you want to see chingazos. That's what you're there for, right?
Yeah.
But there's, like you said, there's styles, and I'm not a big Mayweather. There's levels, right? No, levels. There's levels. I'm not a big fan of Mayweather style, but it's effective.
Yeah.
The art of hitting without getting hit. Boxing, that's what it is. But as fans, we want to see action.
Right.
We want to see Marquez versus the
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Nonstop action.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. We want to see Chavez Taylor,
Barrera Morales.
Mildred Taylor. That was
Hagler Hearns.
right.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But it's styles and
Styles make
it worked.
fights.
It worked for him, and he was successful with it. So,
Yeah.
what fight do you want to see happen in the future?
Well, actually, I'm looking forward to this next coming fight between Canelo and Charlo's brother.
Is that already signed?
Josh versus Noe Jr.
That'd be nice to see.
Gulp.
Go. I think Josh should take him, man. There's a weight advantage. What fight? But is that fight already made?
I don't know. I haven't. You need to understand something right now, Coach. I've been gone for the last. I'm going on 3 weeks. I haven't been home to kind of. I've recently got married, as you might.
Congratulations! We saw that finally.
Well, I've lived with her
after
for
30 years.
Yeah, and well, let me tell you a little sad story to that. I'm gonna put down my little personal life out here a little bit. We got our marriage license 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. My wife had a miscarriage with our baby inside her fallopian tube. Mm-hmm. She was in ICU for a while. By the time she got out of the hospital, our marriage license had expired. So when we never actually got married because that incident that occurred.
Right.
But we maintained the license. We lived together, and in between 7 children. We kind of put it away, started focusing on the kids, raising the kids, up until last year, February 3 in Vegas. We were in Vegas February 3. We said, hey, today's our 24th year anniversary. I said, yeah. I said, well, next year will be 25. Let's get married. So it was through our trip in Vegas that we realized that we had been together already 24 years and our license had been... We've had it for 24 years, although expired, but we had it.
Right.
So we went ahead and planned it, and we officially tied the knot. And
wow, look at that! Congratulations.
yeah, so we officially made it official, and 7 kids and the 13 grandkids, Coach.
Wow.
So
13 grandkids.
13 grandkids.
Wow,
God has blessed us.
It is. It's a blessing.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing. So congratulations on
Josh
that.
is our youngest. And he'll be gone home soon, so I will have to deal with empty nest syndrome.
Van a quedar solitos.
Solito. But we went to a cruise, went to Vegas for a weekend. We went out on a Caribbean cruise, and we enjoyed it.
Right.
We were talking about how fun and exciting life will be without the huercos.
Yeah. I'm almost there.
Oh, you're almost there.
We're almost there.
But my wife was right. She's like, they're not leaving. They're just leaving and multiplying and coming back.
Right.
Yeah, so it's never ending. I love all my family.
Yeah.
Love them all.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Coach.
We were talking about the upcoming bouts, and the problem with boxing right now is that nobody wants to fight each other. Too many belts. Nobody wants to fight each other. Nobody wants to lose their zero, and I think that's a big problem in boxing. But what's your take on that?
Well, I think that there is a lot of that. we got to deal with it. It's just one of those things where they're, and I understand them. I really understand that it's about creating the big purse.
Yeah.
But in doing so, you're killing the sport.
Well, we talked about it last week with Gabe, and back in the 90s, Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody in their prime. He didn't wait for them to get old. He didn't wait for them, they were too young. He saw a champion and he went for it. My biggest surprise when he fought Trinidad. Trinidad was a beast, and Oscar De La Hoya took on him.
Yeah.
Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was probably one of the fastest boxers, at that time.
Yeah.
And De La Hoya took on him. That's what I like about boxers. And there are very few boxers right now that are doing that. I think Ryan Garcia is one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Devin Haney is another one. He's fighting, Lomachenko, and he's fighting, all these guys. And who no?
I think 420. I think they're scheduled to fight Garcia and Haney.
No, Garcia and are they?
Yeah, Devin Haney.
That's right, Devin Haney.
Yeah,
and that's why I like those boxers. Tank Davis and all these guys, they have a lot of talent, but you got to risk it. If you want to be somebody big in the sport, you got to risk it. Chavez did the same thing. He took on Whitaker, and he took all these guys who were Olympic champions and really really good boxers, and they took that chance. Marquez, Pacquiao.
Yeah.
They fought everybody and anybody. So I think that's what's going on right now, and I'm pretty upset with the sport right now.
Yeah.
Aside from those few boxers that are
Well,
coming
now
in.
and then we'll see our exciting bouts happen. That's what I do. Some people don't like Canelo. I like Canelo. He takes up. Everybody says that he takes on people that he shouldn't, but the proof is in the pudding. I mean, this guy goes up in weight and goes up in weight.
Right, he risks it.
That's right. He risks it. That's the word that we're talking about.
And people don't understand that when he lost to Bivol, that dude was a monster, man. He was like 2 weight classes above.
I don't see nobody else trying that again. No.
So
He risked it.
So that's what's going on with boxing right now. So Joshua, what you want to add something to the podcast right now? What do you want to talk about? Let's talk to Josh. ¿Qué les queremos preguntar a Josh?
I'm reminded, there's nothing really that comes to mind that I want to talk about. Really.
Well, you were telling me something about scholarships or something, right?
Well, we Las Brisas has now for the last 2 years created what's called through Noe's involvement, and my son is the ambassador to the Las Brisas Books and Hooks Scholarship Foundation.
Okay.
We've been able to give back to our community. So, as coach of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and the South Texas College University, we have been blessed to have all these college boxers come and box and train at our gym. And by the way, when I say gym, it's a carport gym. We're home based,
Right.
And I do this strictly out of my house.
Right.
We've been doing it for a long time. No sé cómo mi señora me ha aguantado tanto año oyendo las speed bags.
She's trying to watch the novela, and I hear.
we had my suegra not too long ago tell my wife, déjame salir pronto para afuera porque está tronando los truenos afuera. Y my wife told her, no, it's es la bolsa. Y dijo, a ver, my wife said, dale espacito, man. Dijo, ese es José. Dijo, ¿cómo? No, ese es aquel. She already knew the sound
That each person makes
that
on the
each
bag.
person makes, and she knew who it was.
Wow.
And my suegra was just looking at me and her like, are you really putting my daughter through this? That she can actually, my wife said, no, yo estoy impuesta. When some of the kids get a bloody nose or they fall on the sidewalk when they're jogging. Well, she's a nurse, so she's a wound care nurse. So she's the one that actually goes out there and cleans them up a little bit. So she's been getting involved a little more as we go.
So tell me about the scholarship program.
Well, God has blessed us. We were able to give, I believe, 6 scholarships this past semester, total of $6,000. So, through sponsorships through our legal community, our medical community, and our business community, we joined forces, and we're giving back to some of these college kids that need the help.
Right. Is this exclusive to all Las Brisas boxing members or anybody?
Anybody.
Okay. And how do they apply?
They can reach out to me personally, and then we'll send them an application.
Okay.
And we have a scholarship committee that reviews them, and we make decisions together. I'm the chairman of the scholarship committee, but we also have other members that decide where the money goes and how much of it goes.
Good. So everybody out there who's in the boxing world, there's scholarships available at Las Brisas Boxing Club. So
For our books and hooks, we had to kind of give it a little, fancy name, books and hooks,
Hooks.
Well, yeah, we had to be creative, like meeting by accident, we gotta catch their attention one way or another. So books and hooks was what we actually filed our DBA at the courthouse and made it official, and we are getting ready to give another round of scholarships this next semester.
Right, and this is what a boxing club should be about. Boxing clubs were always about community and helping kids and help them get to the next level, like I mentioned earlier. Right now, there's a lot of boxing clubs who just focus on smoker belts, and that's sad.
Yeah.
They don't want to they don't want to go through a process of helping these kids out. All they want is a big trophy and their name on a list that doesn't mean anything to that kid, right? In my opinion.
Yeah, so unfortunate, but that's
Right.
absolutely true, Coach.
There's a lot that's going on like that. There's boxing clubs who only have like a few kids and they'll shut it down. No more people. That's not a boxing club. You're doing this for yourself.
I'm sure they mean well.
That's my opinion. That's not yours, so I don't want you to.
No, I'm sure
you know what I mean.
I'm sure they mean well, Coach.
Right.
But they just have to think outside the box a little. They need to be educated. We had a little scenario where some of these coaches didn't realize that if they had 5 registered members and their gym was registered, that they become, with some other small prerequisites, of course, they're board of governors. Because they're part of a board that makes decisions as to who they're going to vote for the next board of directors, okay? So I felt fulfilled this year to let a lot of people know that, hey, you are a board of governor. You have a voice. Your vote counts. And so it was important for me to educate. And sometimes es lo que hace falta nomás. Un poquito de a little direction, un poquito de abre los ojos, explícale las reglas. There's bylaws, there's certain thing. And, God has blessed me with a degree from Street Knox University, okay? It's when I was in my younger days, I wasn't exactly a nice guy, okay? I had a troubled youth, but God blessed me with sending me 4 years to the penitentiary, okay? It's what it is, okay? And that taught me a lesson in life that really shaped and molded me with who I am today. Okay, and since I came out in 1998, I've been blessed to help these kids because I understand being there. Yo entiendo la droga, la ganga, la prisión, and it's important for somebody to know that so he can teach somebody about that. Porque el que no sabe no le puede enseñar eso. Right. So God blessed me with that degree from Street Knox University to be able to come down to their eyes and explain situations that I've been there. A mí dime de la labor, yo te voy a ir a cuál fruto, verdura, yo conozco el asadón, el betabel. A mí dime del melón, la sandía, la naranja, toronja, la pizca, te la sé. God has really humbled me as a young man to go through this road of difficulties, to put me in this position to be able to help others. Right. And that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I am doing right now.
Right. And I think that you've been a blessing to a lot of people, right? And I'm pretty sure that they appreciate what you did and what you're doing today. Yeah. So I think a lot of coaches don't hear that.
Well, let me be real clear. That is who I was, and that is not who I am.
Right.
Okay. And but I'm very fortunate to have gone through that road, because that's what God had me go through to be able to help these kids today.
Right. So before we go, you guys want to add anything to the podcast? Noe, you want to jump in or what?
Yeah, I will jump in.
Huh? You're gonna jump in, Noe. You know, this is gonna be his third appearance. Can you see Noe in the camera? Okay. All right, come in, Noe.
Hey, thanks for having us, Coach. It means a lot to my dad to share his story, and my little brother as well. I'm very proud of him being accepted to Texas A&M, following in my footsteps, and having somebody like you that he can rely on when he's out here. I'm hoping that he considers the Corps Cadets and he follows that path and paves his own way. That way he's not following in my footsteps, and he can do something that I wish I did when I was here. I didn't have as much discipline as he does, and I wasn't as prepared for college as he was, as he is, rather. So I'm really hoping that he, considers everything that's on the table for him, and that he does what his heart tells him to do.
Right, and we want to wish you luck, man, and push on. It's not going to be an easy road. Nothing is, and good luck, and do what you need to do, and don't let nobody stop you. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be people out there that want to push you down. Okay, and that's for everything that you do. Say, just don't let them. Me and Noe know about people trying to push us down, and we didn't let them. So just keep pushing forward. And you'll get there. It may seem like a long road. And you think you're never going to get there, but you're going to get there. With hard work and dedication. And I know that sounds, like everybody says that, but it's true. Keep pushing forward.
Claro que
and
sí.
you'll get there.
Well, we got you some gifts from the Valle, from the 956.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
Let me see. Go ahead. Since let our ambassador take
see,
care of that.
Okay, I got Las Brisas cap. Can you see that? Where's there? I got a pink one. Hey, you want to raffle these off? Okay.
No.
That's for me.
They're gifts for you.
They're good for me.
Coach.
And then you got the RGV boxing logo right here.
Yeah.
And the beanie.
We got the beanie for the UTRGV boxing program.
Boxing program. And then a pink one for later.
for the winners up here, man. They're terrible to hear.
Well, I want to appreciate you bringing these gifts, and I want to thank you for being here. One more thing. You're a Dallas Cowboy fan, ¿verdad?
Puro Cowboys.
Sí, puro Cowboys. What happened to the Cowboys this year?
I went to the playoffs game, and I shouldn't have. The second playoff game that I go against the Packers, and we lose. So I've been told by all my Cowboy brothers and sisters, ya no vayas a otro playoff game. So I'm just gonna have to watch it from TV this time around.
Yeah. As my friends and everybody that knows me, I never watch a lot of football. I haven't been a big football fan. I'm a big baseball fan.
Oh, we love them Rangers.
The Rangers won the World Series, but the past 2 years I've been watching a little football.
Oh.
And I didn't have a team.
Oh, do you have a team now, Coach?
So today I want to announce that I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan.
All right, my new Cowboy brother.
So,
all right.
I wanna welcome myself into the.
Good thing you didn't go to the dark side. So
congratulations. I become a Cowboy fan, and I'm gonna start watching them, and
this coming year's our year.
This coming year's.
We've been saying that for going on 30 years, but you know what? We never quit. That goes back to what we're discussing.
I'm a Texas Rangers fan. I know about all that. So.
Yeah.
So it's been a tough road, but we finally got one.
That's right.
And that's all we need. It only takes one, and once you win one, you get to just talk about it for the rest of your life.
Absolutely,
so we're good.
Yeah, we're good for this coming year.
So anything you want to add before we leave, Mr. Mendoza?
Como le digo, bien agradecido, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Gracias por ayudar a mi hijo.
Well, thank you.
And you're one of the good gentlemen that helped pave the road for him, and that's why he's also in law school. You were a great mentor, y como padre a padre, hombre a hombre, gracias por todo lo que hizo por mí.
It's been a pleasure and a good ride and a fun ride. So we did it the fun way, So it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully I can do the same for Josh. So Josh, anything you want to add before we leave? Un saludo. You want to get some shout outs or something?
I'd like to add more into what I was talking about in regards to my brother.
Yeah.
He's the whole reason why I decided to make a change in my life in high school, and to keep pushing forward.
Good.
He gave me that chance to join the swim team, and there I was, the regional qualifier this year. He pushed me to keep furthering my education, keep reading.
Wow.
Don't stay in my room, be that type of person.
So when he gets his career, he's got a good job, Any shout outs you want to send out, Mr. Mendoza?
My wife. I owe everything to my wife, my parents. Mel, I love you. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my wife by my side, Coach. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I can say the same thing about my wife.
Yeah.
So they're important people in our lives.
Claro que sí.
So I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you, Josh, for being here, and Noe Jr. Un saludo. Anything you want to add, Noe, before we leave?
No, just we're getting ready for the nationals. We're gonna be the first the first law student to represent the college and come out, and we could have the Longoria family there. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're gonna try to be out there.
And I'll see you again, hopefully in November or so for the annual podcast interview. I think it's been a great tradition. Like I said in the past, A&M is full of traditions. That's what they're known for, and I think that's something that we have.
For sure.
It's a great tradition.
For sure. And there's going to be plenty of more to talk about. You know?
Hasta el millón.
Hasta el millón. All right. Well, please subscribe to Desde Cero con Manuel and keep growing the channel. And we want to wish these guys good luck. And thank y'all for tuning in. And we see y'all next time. And thank you.
Gracias.
See y'all.